All right, baby, and we are live. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to this live session. This is Jose Trujillo, world's greatest living artist, baby. And right now we're going to be painting a little, I don't know, I guess a dove or something like that. We'll see. I'm going to start out by doing a sketch with charcoal, okay? Compressed charcoal. All right, here we go. And here we go. And that is how the cookie crumbles, baby. A very simple yet effective drawing here, okay? I'm painting on, for those of you who want to know, I'm painting on what do you call this? Watercolor paper, very rough watercolor paper. I believe this is 300 pounds, if I'm not mistaken. I may be wrong, but this is nevertheless what's going on right now. So I start out with this. Okay, this is really the beginning of the painting. Little dove of peace. I think so, right? Why not? And once that's set, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to outline it, okay? I'm going to outline it with black paint and just a little brush. Nothing fancy, okay? Nothing fancy. I just want to outline it because I want to make sure that I want to make sure that there is some sort of way, right? There's some sort of way somewhere. I'm looking for opportunities as an artist when I'm painting. That's really what I'm doing. I was talking about that earlier. I think I talked about that yesterday or something like that. I'm looking for opportunities and different types of opportunities. This one would be when I'm painting, I'm looking for what the next brushwork will be. And so I build it up. Essentially, I build it up little by little. And this is how we started. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the love. And so this is how we get this started. Okay, now what comes next is I'm going to get one of my very expensive brushes. This is a 99-cent brush. Super expensive. And get a little bit of paint with enough water. Okay? And this is what I want to do. Okay, this is exactly what I want to do. And I don't mind so much the drips and all of that because this is a very loose, awesome painting. And the paper is extremely absorbent because it's watercolor, so it's a very absorbent paper. And you'll see right now when I bring out my little squeegee thing. It's a very absorbent paper. See? This is never, I mean, it's always a trip to paint these things. It's always a there's a lot of fun in them. So this is how we start this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of color, a little bit of blue, and add it to my, oops, it's right here already. Add it to my gray. I'm going to create a little bit of gray and blue. Okay, and I'm going to use this sort of as a shadow. Just to create a little bit of shadow here. Look, a little bit of shade. See that? If it gets any more simple than this, I don't know, it might not be a painting. It might be a masterpiece. Simple like that. Simple is good. Simple is always very good. So I leave it like that, okay? And then now that it's settled, the image is settled, what I want to do, I'm going to start, oh man, I got paint all over my arm here. I'm going to start playing a little bit with paint around it, background and whatnot. Okay? I got this really cool color that I really like. And I'm not going to mix it with white or anything. I just want it. I just want it like that. Makes sense to me, in my mind anyways. And like I said, the paint, because the painting is, I mean the paper is so absorbent, you get sort of almost a little texture, right? It's almost like a little texture happening. That is the payoff of playing with abstract paints. And here we go. We go again around here. This also makes sure to, it's going to play with the idea of the white on the bird itself. Something like that. See, nothing too serious, you know, not too serious. The seriousness tends to make the artwork a bit difficult. So I try not to be so serious about it. Come back up with the charcoal again, just to play a little bit, right? Because it really is just a matter of playing. It's just a matter of playing. That's really all it is. If it's too serious, then you might want to step back a little bit and, you know, do something else. So I'm gonna get a little brush. Oh, I'm gonna get actually the same brush, and I'm gonna come back with a white. It's really an off-white. It's not so much a white. When I'm gonna use white, I try to use off-whites or just, you know, different. That way, it's not completely white. And I can use the white at the very end if I need to. This is a very like painting 101, right? You want to put white. If you put white, it'll be like a dot. Especially when you're doing realism or anything like that, it should be like a dot. And then, because I like drips, because drips are fun. Okay, check it out. Bam. Something like that. Bam, baby. Just a little simple stuff like that. You can even go back and with a little piece of paper play with it if you want to. I don't know. I kind of just like it when it does it a little bit natural. Al natural. Let's see. And now that this is, you know, as it's drying or whatever, you can now play with other stuff too, you know. For example, in the background, we know we have that color. You can always come back with that color and do like a little see-through, right? Not too much, but you can do a little see-through. Look, like right here. Bam. You see that? You can do a little see-through look. It gives it a little bit other dimension, a little bit more dimension. You see? Also right here, look, boom. It's almost like negative painting, right? But not so much. Look. You do a little see-through right here. Bam. See? Without too much, so that you don't lose the spontaneity. I think that's how you pronounce the word. You want to keep it a bit spontaneous still. And now what I'm going to do, because I'm cool like that, because I love being cool like that, is I'm just going to use pure white. Okay, I'm going to use pure white. By the way, those of you who like this type of work, you can find it on my eBay shop. This painting is available for purchase. So go check it out. Go check it out. Check it out. Check it. There should be a link. If there is no link, don't worry, I'll make sure to put a link. Look at that. Just pure white. Just like that, with one of my super expensive 99-cent brushes. People are always asking, like, what kind of brushes do you use? Brushes? Yeah, what type of brushes do you use? I I don't know, brushes. Look at that. You see? You see that? Boom. Boom, baby, boom. Look at that. Almost like who was it that used to paint those little dots of light? Vermeer. Someone told me, "Don't you dare compare yourself to the greatest artist in the world." I'm like, I'm not, but sure, why not? I mean, I guess we should. Yeah, baby. All right, and then that's it, like that, right? Then you can play with it. Now that you have something more set, right? Now you can play with it. Now there's room to play with it. Now that I have grays and this sort of fuchsia type of pinkish color, now you can actually play with it, and you can do other stuff, right? You can do other stuff. You can definitely. One of the things that comes to mind is, because it's a match made in heaven, right? Only because I didn't make the rules, but it's just, it is what it is. Something that I love to play with is the ideas of, and especially if you're doing abstract works, that we tend to make them very bright and play very playful, right? What I like to do is that I like to play with grays. The more bright colors you have, I like to hide grays in there. It rests the eye, and it's just a really cool thing to do. So even when I'm going to, let me get my super awesome brush. So for example, mixing this gray green, I don't know if you can see it, there's lots of gray in this green. I'm going to just let it do that, you know. Let it dry a little bit, just a little bit, a few seconds, because I know that it's super absorbent. And then just go through it like that, look. And then do this again, right here, look.
Daniel, when you're done chatting, will you actually leave from here real quick?
Boom, baby. You know? Why is it there? Who knows? I didn't make the rules. I'm gonna put it right here too. It makes it. There's something that happens to it. I'm even gonna put it in here. Just very lightly. Very lightly in there. Just so that it doesn't feel lonely. And we can even make it a little bit more Arctic-ish. Make it a little bit more water. There we go. And again, let it dry a little bit. Not too much. You can let it dry. And do the same thing. Boom, baby. And so that this doesn't feel alone, we can do it up here. Boom, baby. There we go. Feels about right. Feels about right, baby. So you can do all sorts of things, you know. You can play with it and do all sorts of things. It's just now a matter of you know, loving it or leaving it. What I like to play with this little gray compressed charcoals. Makes it very fun. Look at it. Makes it super fun to play with that. You see? And I got some different color ones. I like got a red one over here. These are the compressed charcoals, guys, that I'm talking about. Okay. Just be careful when you open them because they tend to break. Look at that. But it's just a matter of what you allow, right? Like I said, I'm always looking for an opportunity when I'm drawing, when I'm painting, to look for the next brush stroke or whatever I'm doing. So there it is, guys. It's very simple, yet effectivo. Let me sign my name right here. Bam, baby. Let me do a close-up. Those of you who are all into the close-ups. Boom. Let's do a close-up. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Really appreciate all those hearts. Look at that. And there is the dub. I hope you guys enjoy this little segment. I hope that you guys had fun with it. Take care, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, adios.